Good afternoon. Today I'm out to the lake. We've had a couple of storm systems go through. The lake's still got the piles of ice piled up against the windward side of it. It's about 40 degrees out, about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, something like that. Today I'm going to be trying for you guys Laphroaig 10. Now it's been sitting there long enough to cool down a little bit while I got everything ready. It is 43% alcohol by volume. It is $7.50. I'll read you back to you a little bit about it. Laphroaig, pronounced Laphroaig, is an all malt Scotch whisky from the remote island of Islay in the Western Isles of Scotland. Laphroaig is the Gaelic word and means the beautiful hollow by the broad bay. And the making of Laphroaig, malted barley is dried over a peat fire. The smoke from the peat gives the Laphroaig its particular rich flavor. Laphroaig is best savored neat with a little cool water. I've had the Laphroaig cast strength, and I've had this one for a while, and I had the cast strength first, so it kind of jades my opinion on this one a little bit, but we'll get more into that as we go into the review. I paid $49 for this bottle. I don't know if it says nothing about being colored or chill filtered, so I couldn't tell you either way. So we'll put it back up here. I don't want it hitting the water down below for sure. We'll put it back here just a little bit. Maybe put it right there. Ah, there we go. So it's got the golden amber color. It's got fairly decent legs. Comes medicinal. You get the peat smoke, the peat fire. It's almost like we call it fatwood down south in the southern United States. And fatwood is where a pine tree falls over in the forest, and all the turpentine and all the resin within the tree collects in the stump as the tree dies and everything. Well, that's very resinous and it burns very easily. You can light it fast. Well, if you take one of those stumps and you burn it in a fire, it gives you almost a tarry smell. And this gets the tarry smell to it. It's tar, but it kind of has a little bit different between that wood and that tar mixture on that smell. So that's what I'm kind of getting on the nose as far as the smoke goes. I get a little bit of fruitiness there. There's a little pears and apples there. A little nuttiness. I get a little bit of nuttiness with this. And of course the medicinal, the iodine. The Laphroaig's known for that. The iodine, the medicinal notes on the Laphroaig hit you right off the bat, right up front. Again, you're getting that similar fire, just like I mentioned. That doesn't change from the nose to the palate. Although the nuttiness comes forward, and it's more like the Brazil nuts my grandfather used to eat when I was a kid. He had a lot of nuts in the plate. We'd always have those packages of mixed nuts still in the shell, and you'd have to crack them yourself and eat them. Well, Brazil nuts are some of them. I ate them all. I like mixed nuts myself. It sounds weird to say that, but I do. Not like we think, not like somebody's mind's going to go there. I know they are, but that's not what it's meant to be. But the Brazil nuts have a distinct flavor, and they're good, and I like them. And I get that in this as well. Get just a little bit of the wood. But it's so dominated by the smoke and the medicinal note that it overrides it. Now, the thing of it is, and especially where this one's concerned over the cast strength, the cast strength's depth of flavor and richness, this one comes across a little watery, so it affects the score. In my case, this is, I'm going to score this at 86 out of 100. I think that's, to me, that's the right score for it. If you like Islay's, you're going to like it. If you don't, you don't. And you got a medium, slightly over medium finish. with the smokiness and that nuttiness lingering in the finish. And it's a pretty simple Scotch. It's not overly complicated. It's not meant to be complicated. It's pretty straightforward Islay malt. And it's enjoyable for what it is. I can't think of much else to say. I mean, it is what it is kind of malt. Again, it's a wonderful afternoon, the kind of day to have a malt like this, for sure, out in this slightly chilly with the wind coming off the water. It's probably lowering at a degree or two here where I'm sitting at now from when I was up on the hill. But feels good. Everything feels good. So remember, the spirit in your glass is not running from you. Take your time, sip it, and enjoy it. You'll be better for it. Everyone, have a good afternoon.